remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Hope where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and rebel now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high. I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and rebel now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high. I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and rebel now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high. I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Music Monday on this Monday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, you know, my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional Tron Halls, y'all know we have Music Monday, which is today, man. Pretty much sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it's free to sign up. Where, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, and of course, a music section. So, pretty much at this point, if you guys haven't figured it out, if you're new, if I do not get my content out in time on YouTube, because, you know, I just have like a very busy schedule or whatever happens, because sometimes life just lives, we're most likely already talking about it in the sold out Discord, and it is free to sign up. Again, the link is pinned at the top of the comment section, right? Okay, so let's just dive right into this Music Monday, man. Pretty much, I'm only gonna be on the joint for like an hour. Y'all know that's why I try to keep things right here. And we got at least 3 major topics I want to cover. One of the things I'm gonna start off with is Mystikal. Pretty much, he pleads guilty to third degree R, right, in 2022 case. If I'm not mistaken, this is not his first rodeo when it comes to situations like this, and I kind of hate to hear this. Now, at the same time, I want to say this, right, okay? As somebody that like has already been down this rabbit hole before, again, Whole Live is alleged. I don't really know what is what, but from what's being reported, I'd assume, man, and I hate to say this, is I have family members that have legal situations, not like this, right, okay? But I have, you know, some family members where it seems like they just can't seem to, you know, stay out of trouble. And as a person who's been through legal trouble themselves, not like this, I'm going to clarify this again, but I was a person who had been in a lot of legal trouble when I was younger. Yes, I went through every, you know, precautions and did what I had to do if I had to do, you know, whatever the punishment was, because every time I end up getting the punishment, right? Okay. But I will say this, it is kind of one of those situations where the saying is simple. Trouble is really easy to get into, but it's very hard to get out of, and it takes years. And the sad part is with situations like this, man, it's like, you know, you have to walk a tightrope for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You got pretty much have to be Mr. Perfect or fly under the radar, right? Okay, so anyway, we're going to do an update on the Mystikal's case, see what it is. It looks like he could be facing some time. Again, he's faced life in prison before, you know what I'm saying? So again, and I hate to say this with people like this, you can't really scare somebody who's already been through it already. If you already lived through it and you say like, all right, cool, I don't really want to go back. But at the same time, some people really aren't afraid to go back, especially if they've been locked down for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? And him pleading guilty could be, it doesn't mean necessarily he did or didn't do it. Some people take plea deals and or plead guilty just to get the stuff over with, man. To be honest, the legal system, as a person who can relate, not to pick on them, but they can draw stuff out for like years and years and years and years, and it still cannot work in your favor over a technicality. So maybe they just got tired of gambling. You just never know, man. But I know for the people who say, man, I'm gonna fight till I ain't got another fight into me. I've had somebody literally tell me, right? They're like, I don't care how much it costs, this and the third. Yeah, pause, right? I'm gonna say this right then and there. If you never been through it legally, trust me, don't talk to me about costs until you've been through it legally. Because anybody I know who's been through it legally, these cases and stuff like that, if you're going to get legal representation, it's not cheap, right? I know for a fact. That's the one thing where a lot of my stuff where I had to pretty much, you know, take deals and do stuff like that. I'm like, dog, I don't have another dollar to give anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to. And that's, to be honest, I feel like the legal system is kind of banking on that too, which I hate to say it, and I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's his case right here, but again, there's so many technical factors on it, right? Okay, if you look at YFN Lucci case, right? He took the deal, you know what I'm saying, and went on and did a couple months and came home early and been done with it. I mean, to be honest, from what his own attorney said, they was already in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he hadn't even took it to trial. This is off of just a plea deal. You know what I'm saying? Again, every case is different, and the quote unquote better attorney you get, the more it's going to cost. You know what I'm saying? And these guys, even in my opinion, right? And I ain't gonna say what illegal. And I was just talking about this with my coworker, right? They were like, "You got a good attorney, I'm a good attorney." I'm like, dog, no disrespect. I mean, I'm not gonna bash the people that represented me, right? But at the same time, I always say this, like the good attorneys, man, you got to get those through word of mouth and pray that they will take you on, because sometimes some attorneys don't have to take on your case. I've had ones where I thought it was a good attorney, right? I begged and pleaded them, or was willing to pay them whatever they were willing to pay, if I got it, of course, and they still didn't take my case on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of those, maybe they just knew, either deep down they knew it was probably just going to be a lot of work and it was going to be very, very expensive. You know what I'm saying? Either way, some attorneys will take your case on and take your money even though they know they're not going to help you to the full of their ability, right? A lot of people don't know that. So the term good attorney to me, if somebody say that, you ain't never been through it. You know what I'm saying? Again, I ain't here to bash or preach anybody about what the legal system is or what have you, because each and every case is different. However, man, to be honest, best advice I can say, if you can help it, stay out of the legal system, man. Point blank, period. I mean, it's not for everybody, and I don't even recommend that. So most of these stuff that I'm going to be talking about tonight on this stream is going to be all based around legal stuff. I'm going to start with Mystikal, right? And then we're going to go on to, I saw where Fed secured the first ever streaming fraud conviction in $8 million AI music scheme. I want to cover that as well. I mean, this is Music Monday, so why not? And then we'll close out, because I feel like this is going to take the majority of the time, where I haven't really been keeping up with it, but I have seen a lot of it floating around with the Afroman case that's been going on with his like case where he technically legally won, where I think they actually, like, the feds actually came in his home, raided his home, and then he ended up, they did a civil suit and he actually won. You know, usually that's a hit or miss. And again, they can still possibly end up appealing that, right? So again, you got to be careful when it comes to this type of stuff. Again, I will say this: if you can avoid the legal system, do your very best to. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. But I'm going to share my screen here. We're going to get started on the Mystikal story. And then we're going to go to the feds, and then we'll talk Afroman, because I got a lot to cover with the Afroman stuff. Because to be honest, it's crazy how they breaking his home. He makes music off what he does. And to be honest, man, with the whole Afroman thing, and I haven't actually heard a song from him. I know he's made songs recently about this situation, but to be honest, what I grew up on, the Afroman that I know of, all I know is because I got high. And to be honest, no disrespect, it's obviously a major hit, but me personally, I still couldn't rock with it back then. But I mean, hey, a hit is a hit. Just because necessarily I didn't play it all the time, I still obviously played it because it still made some moves, right? Okay, so here we are. That's going to be my main three topics that I'm covering tonight. Too much not is really going on. Other than, you know me, I don't really like to cover like personal stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even though technically all this could be considered personal, but when it comes to people's like families and lives and stuff like that, I usually try to tread lightly on that. So again, as y'all coming out, smash the like button for the kids, sub up. Y'all let me know if audio is good, and the chat should be open. Hopefully, I see you, Slayer, in the building. Says, yo, Sneaker Squad 100. What up, Slayer? What up, 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 what up? You know what I'm saying? Y'all smash the like button. But I'm going to start with Mystikal. Sucks to see him in a similar scenario again, but let me share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds, and we should get the party started right up in here. Again, as y'all coming out, let me know if audio and visual is looking good. Sharing my screen. Boom. You guys should see right here what we got up on Mystikal. Slayer says, Afroman for the win. Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely, man. To be honest, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you win some, you lose some. You know how it goes, man. This could be something that's simple where, to be honest, he did what he was supposed to do. He fought legally, and it come with the game. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can refresh the chat over here. I know I'm gonna probably have to like pause this for a second, see if I could just do this real quick. But yeah, I just want to make sure my chat is looking good and everything is good before I get too deep into this joint right here. Yeah, looks like we're good. It's gonna have to stay right there. But I see you, Slayer. He says Afroman for the win. That was the last one we got up on that one right there. Chat looks kind of slightly different on my end, but let's say Mystikal pleads guilty to third-degree R in 2022 case. I'm saying it for YouTube purposes because y'all know already. Hey, it don't take much to get your stream and or YouTube channel actually looked at, right? Okay, says he's faced life in prison. So if you remember Mystikal, right? This was a guy that had like some major hits. I remember when I first heard of Mystikal, me and my cousin, that when we stayed in like the area that we stayed in, right, which was, I don't say we lived in a bad neighborhood, but it wasn't necessarily the best, right? Okay, but One of the artists that we listened to was Mystikal. It's funny because they liked Mystikal, like, because he was one of those rappers known for like rapping extremely fast. And to be honest, he kind of rapped off beat, you know. But I mean, he would pick up on beat, but he just would rap super duper fast. I remember him being signed to No Limit, and then when he came home, I think that Birdman actually signed. Well, I don't think he officially signed to Birdman, but he was like looking like he was gonna be under Cash Money. But I don't know if they did any official paperwork. But it says content warning. It says the following article contains mentions of alleged instances of SA, right? And I'm saying that for YouTube purposes again. Don't want to make sure I be careful with this. It says Mystikal has pleaded guilty to third-degree R for the alleged 2022 incident that he was on trial for. The rapper, whose name is Michael Tyler, now faces up to 20 years in prison after he pled guilty in the Louisiana State Courthouse. He says he originally been charged with first-degree R, simply robbery, domestic abuse, and battery, and false imprisonment. He previously pled not guilty to these, and he was scheduled for a trial date on March 30th. But again, this could be something similar, like he just got tired of fighting, dog. I'm not going to sit up here and say this man is XYZ, right? It says, Mystikal's guilty plea came as a part of the reported deal that reduced the severity of the charges against him. If he had originally been convicted of the previous charges, he would have been facing a mandatory life in prison. So, looks like one of those, he pled guilty for a lesser sentence, meaning, dog, if I'm not mistaken, he's probably been locked up since then. And, you know, with good behavior, this and the third, he's looking for the same thing. But again, if it's something you have, like, in your past, the judge has got to take that in consideration. Even though technically, what I was taught, right, with all my legal stuff, and I don't believe this, by the way, but, I mean, from what I was told, if you complete your, like, what you were charged with the first time, you get out, come home, this and the third, and which I don't know if he had probation, this and the third, but I say all that to say, like, if you're supposed to get a clean slate, I thought, but that's not always the case. Because they still see your history, and it's like, as well known as he is, like, you cannot unsee it, but I don't think they're supposed to technically use it against you. Now, do they? I mean, take that with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? It says, in 2022, Mystikal was indicted on a series of charges due to the alleged assault of a woman that took place at his home in Prairieville, Louisiana. The charges he faced included simple criminal damage to property, false imprisonment, domestic abuse, battery by strangulation, simple robbery, possession of heroin, illegal possession of Xanax, possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of the methamphetamine. So, again, from what I get from this, it seems like he was under the influence of a lot. Again, don't know if this is true, but this is what they said, right? It says, the drug charges Mystikal faced came from the alleged victim who claimed she saw a white crystalline-like substance in his home. Responding officers said that the narcotics were recovered from the rapper's home. Let's see. Mystikal's accusers told investigators that he choked, and beat her. She also claimed that he took her car keys and phone to prevent her from leaving, and also forced her to send him money on Cash App. Damn. I would think that, you know, with him coming home and making hits, but that don't mean you necessarily got it. That's let you know that rappers don't always have it, right? Okay. Let's see. It says in 2023, Master P called for Mystikal's release after the Lovers and Friends Festival in Las Vegas, telling the audience to put their hands up in the crowd in support of him. So again, keep in mind, I remember when what I remember from Mystikal, he was signed to No Limit. You know what I mean? And then, you know, Cash Money worked with him, but I don't think there was officially signed, right? It says, last November, Mystikal was ordered to stay incarcerated until his trial date. The rapper previously pled guilty to the battery and extortion charges in a different case in 2003 and was sentenced to 6 years in prison in 2022. Mystikal spent 3 months in jail after an arrest of a misdemeanor domestic violence count. 5 years later, he was charged with kidnapping and armed before the case was ultimately dropped by the authorities. So again, he's been there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this case was in 2003, and he was sentenced to 6 years in prison. In 2012, Mystikal spent 3 months in jail after the arrest. Misdemeanor domestic abuse was went. So, again, it's kind of one of those. He's pleading for a lesser sentence, and I mean, I'm hoping that may be the case because I feel like this, right? There's probably a lot more to the story than what we don't know about. And I've always said this to people all the time, right? And I'm not saying he's lying or she's lying, but I'm saying there's always three sides to every story. And if he wasn't there, all we can go off these is reports, right? I mean, his side, which obviously, you know, to tell his side and defend himself is not going to be cheap. You know what I'm saying? Then you got her side, right? And then there's somewhere lies the truth. So, I mean, you got to be careful with who you surround yourself around, right? That's why I'm like very selective nowadays, man, to be honest. And I've been single for quite some time. So I'm like, man, I don't know, man. I mean, you got to, I try to choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? But that's the update on Mystikal real quick. Looks like he pleads guilty to the 3rd degree R in 2022 case. Let's transition on to this feds win the first ever streaming fraud conviction in $8 million AI music scheme. Now, a lot of people have not been feeling the AI streams type of thing, right? Okay. Again, from what I got from the AI and just a little back history from the joint, right? Pretty much now, if you got the right tools, there's some AI artists getting signed that, you know, they claim they write the music, but they really don't write it. They kind of tell AI what to do, how to sing it, how to sound, and perfect it all day until they get something that sounds fire, and a lot of people have been rocking with it. But a lot of the music artists saying that that's kind of like cheating, you know what I'm saying? You didn't get in a stew and lock in. And as a person who's made a few songs, right, okay, which I plan to get back in a stew, I will say this. When my creativity, like, flow is going on, I get in there, you know what I'm saying? What comes to mind don't mean I necessarily can get up on this mic and be super proactive about it. I think the songs I've done is pretty good, but I mean, do I compare myself to like a Lil Wayne? No, that's on a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you're careful when it comes to that, you know? But if you think about the AI stuff, a lot of these people say that could take over. But to be honest, I seen Lil Wayne saying recently, like, it's still not on the level of what he produces and what he brings to the table. Because I mean, at the end of the day, nobody can change a thought. Nobody can. This is my thing. We're all unique individuals, right? Nobody can, you know, duplicate you no matter how much, you know, they try. And I've seen people all the time in my comment section comparing me to like a 21 Savage or Lil Wayne. And that's not my case. You know what I'm saying? I be myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm meant to be myself. I'm meant to be who I be. I mean, maybe I could say these guys have inspired me, this and the third, but I mean, to be honest, no, I don't rap. I don't do music. I do like to do it from time to time, but at the same time, at the end of the day, all I can be is just me, right? So let's read through this article real quick, and then we'll transition on to the Afroman story for like the last like 15, 20 minutes. But it says North Carolina musician Michael Smith admits to using AI tracks and bots to generate billions of fake streams and divert more than $8 million in royalties. Holy smoke. So they're using AI and bots to generate this. That's the thing too. This always been a gray area. But what about the artists that get signed that do this stuff? But we're going to keep going through this article real quick. It says federal prosecutors have secured a landmark conviction in what's being described as a first criminal streaming fraud case in the U.S. history after a North Carolina musician admitted to orchestrating an $8 million scheme powered in part by the artificial intelligence. That's what AI is for short, by the way, for the people who don't know, right? Okay. So again, looks like this is not looking good. It says Michael Smith is 54, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud in New York federal court, which I didn't even know this was a thing. I thought I was keeping up all this stuff, but I guess I just kind of missed this. But this is the case right here. Music streaming fraud aid by artificial intelligence. We may read this article as well, but I'm going to keep going what we got up on Complex and keep the party going. It says, bringing an end to the years-long operations that authorities say siphon money away from legitimate artists and right holders. Prosecutors said that Smith generated a massive volumes of AI created songs and used automated systems to rack up billions fake streams across major platforms. This is my thing though. Okay, cool. if he used an AI generated bot and he dropped the music and he's the originator, but he's the person that's typing in on the keyboard, right? Where, and I guess I gotta keep reading through this article, but where is it there, the fake part? You know what I mean? That's my thing. Because again, there's AI artists that have been signed. There's a country music artist that's been signed that does AI, if I'm not mistaken, right? Don't quote me on that, but I feel like we've seen that flown around. It says Michael Smith generated thousands of fake songs using artificial intelligence and then streamed those fake songs billions of times. Oh, so maybe that's where he messed up, right? Maybe the other AI artists, they stream them, but other people stream them where they can get the numbers, right? I'm assuming maybe he did the fake streaming on his part. Again, allegedly, I don't know. Says the U.S. Attorney Jake Clayton, although the songs and listeners were fake, so that's a thing too. I'm guessing the AI artist, she's getting millions of streams, but it wasn't fake, or maybe they haven't been caught yet. But it says the millions of dollars Smith stole was real. Millions of dollars in royalties, and the Smith diverted from real, diversifying artists and the rights beholder. Smith brazen schemes is over as he stands on convicted of federal crime for his AI assisted fraud. It says, according to the plea agreement, Smith has agreed to forfeit more than $8 million tied to the scheme. His prison sentence is expected to be in the range of 46 to 57 months. But expected length will be decided later by the judge. For more on how the federal sentencing works, read here. This is my thing. So he's looking at 46 to 57 months. Let's just do some rough math, how many years that could be. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at roughly, that's a little over 4 or 5 years, give or take. Let's see. So if he get the book thrown at him, right? 57 months at best. So if you do 57 times 12, just to sum it up. So yeah, he's looking at like a little over 4 years. To be honest, and I know this is easier said than done, it's not. It could be worse. It could be worse if we're going to keep it 100. It says court documents outline how the operation ran for several years, with Smith initially using his own catalog before scaling up with AI-generated music and bot-driven streaming activity. The goal was simply to exploit the royalty system where payouts are disputed for a shared pool by inflating plays and diverting revenues. Look like we got Divine Photos in the building. Says Afroman better leave Ohio. Afroman better. Hey, look, we about to cover that story next, right? And to be honest, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe he feels like he's standing on the ground. I stand with Afroman, but we're going to cover that in a second. I'm closing up this last story real quick, and then we'll go right into it. Because, again, as you can see, I have several topics I want to cover on this Afroman stuff, right? It says, prosecutors emphasize that while the music and listeners may have been artificial, the financial impact was very real. The scheme ultimately unrevealed after an irregular streaming patterns where the flagged by platforms and industry watchdogs, including the Mechanical Listening Collective, which works to ensure songwriters are properly paid. Smith remains free on bond ahead of the sentencing, which is expected later this year. This is my thing. Not taking up for him, but he's going to get what's coming to him. But at the same time, I don't think he committed a crime where, I mean, yeah, it was some financial stuff, but I don't feel like he didn't take anybody out, right? But let's go ahead and transition to this Afroman story for like the last 20 minutes of this joint right here. So Afroman testifies in Adams court trial, says his home was wrongly raided. We got this, the legal victory over this one right here. This is one where Afroman scores a legal victory. We'll start there. And it says the female officer actually cries as the music video in court was mocking her playing court. I actually probably want to start with that one first. And then Afroman kept playing it after that. So we'll go in this order right here to cover the Afroman story. I see you, Manny with the Kicks in the building. Says, yerp. What up, Manny's? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? You know what I'm saying? So, I think we're going to start with this one right here. So we'll say female officer cries as music video of Afroman mocking her plays in court. A female police officer appeared visibly distressed in the Ohio courtroom while watching an Afroman music video that mocked her. Again, I never really officially watched the video, so hopefully we can, at least worst case scenario, play it on mute. Men on the Kick says, all because he got high. Devon says, the reason I said he has to leave is because the cops won't be holding this L as well. We've seen that time and time again where cops don't take the L too well, right? Okay. I'm assuming this right here may be the video, but again, I'm going to play it on mute and call it for fair use. It is what it is. I think this is a lot of it right here. Afroman, this and the third. If it's playing music, I can't play it, but I'll see if I can play it. But this is where the chick obviously cried right here. Again, this is a thing. You breaking somebody, well, I ain't gonna say this. You wrongly raid somebody's house and, they beat the case. You don't find anything. And he's doing what he does as an entertainer. That's where I see where, okay, this is the gray area, right? Where we at real quick, it says, female officer cries as music video of Afroman mocking her plays in court. A female police officer approved visibly distressed in Ohio courtroom while watching the Afroman music video that mocked her, right? Okay. It says, a female police officer appeared visibly distressed in Ohio courtroom while watching an Afroman music video that mocked her. It says, according to TMZ, on Monday, March 16th, the sheriff's deputy Lisa Phillips began crying on the stand while the music video for Afroman Licka Low Lisa was played. The law officially is alleged to have disconnected the home surveillance system of Afroman, real name Joseph Foreman, right? Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, when a raid was conducted on his home in Adams County, Ohio in 2022. The rapper claimed that Phillips disconnected his surveillance so that there wouldn't be proof that the deputy stole his property, including $400. The sheriff officer later returned the money and claimed that it was miscounted. In addition to the Lickum Low license, Afroman taunted the officers with the raid in his home on his 2023 album Lemon Pound Cake, which included the tickler track Will You Help Me Repair My Door. So I'm assuming this is a video right here. I'm going to try to play it on mute real quick, keep it on mute if I can, but I'm assuming this is the video. So I don't think I want to play it too loud, but this is on YouTube. Let me see if I can click this joint and kind of cut the music off. So yeah, let me see, because I know this is already how this goes, right? With YouTube, I'm going to see if I can open this up because I can't really mute it here because that's what I want to do. This is Lemon Pound Cake. I don't think I actually even listened to the song before. I think I can mute it here. Boom. Let me see if I can play it, fair use. But this is a song right here. Afroman is known to be making like parody music to begin with. And I don't want to seem like that, but this is him back then. Obviously, this is what he does. He shows the footage that he does have. And this is right here. I don't see why she's crying because it's like, dude, this dude is literally using footage that he owns. You know what I'm saying? And there's always been a gray area. Like, is this the reason why he's doing something wrong? I mean, he's obviously going to make a song and he's doing what he's doing. Like, this dude has been around forever. You know what? I need to know, how old is Afroman? Respectively. Let me put myself back on the main screen real quick. I don't know how old he is, but I do want to know, right? Just for, educational purpose. Afroman, right? Afroman. To be honest, man, he's been a while for a while. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. Afroman is 51 years old. Still in his young and prime age, right? But this is the video that we got playing right here. He's obviously getting to it. To be honest, I can't even think of the time where I even really listen to an Afroman song. But obviously right here, let me share my screen real quick. Again, bring it back. He makes feel good music. And that's what he normally does. You know what I'm saying? He's getting it right now. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even tripping. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to play that for YouTube. I don't want to get too much flack down on that one. So, and this is another video right here he actually played on YouTube. What is this one? I got this one, says, will you help me repair my door? The official music video. Again, this one though, he shows the video again, use a different little setup. I'm very curious what made them tip off to think that they should go after this guy, because I'm assuming this is his car collection. He's working hard for what he got, and they're going through searching his home and kicking down his door and don't find nothing. Wouldn't that upset you too? You know what I mean? In general, that would upset me, right? If we're gonna keep it real. But this is a raid. He showed that again. This is just how a man is. They come through the doors, boom. And again, I don't want to play this because I have a feeling this is an actual song. Yeah, this is a song, official video. I don't want to seem like I'm like picking on him or like making any sides or any decisions on this one right here. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is fair use in my opinion. Why not go ahead and if they're not gonna help you get your money back or help you repair your stuff, then I mean, why not go ahead and do what you normally do? This is what he does for a living. This is where he works. This is how he does. You know what I'm saying? Again, let's keep it going real quick. It says, during the court proceeding, Phillip cried while the Lickum video was played, which showed an actress portraying her and chasing Afroman. Lyrics from the song suggest that Phillips is a lesbian with allegations of the, cause this is my thing. I feel like that's fair use. And then this is like a related video to this, but I don't really have TikTok, so I don't think I can actually play this joint. So yeah, that opens up a TikTok. Oh, maybe it will let me play this real quick. Hold on real quick. Let me see. I don't know if this is actually playing a video of it. Hold on, let me see this joint. I don't know if I can use this fair use, but let me see.
County cops stealing money, stealing cake when they make their traffic stops. First they screw you, then they sue you. Play game and dismiss your claims. The proof's on the internet.
Fair use. I want to throw this out there.
Afroman will bring.
Yeah, so I don't want to play it too long because I don't want to get in trouble for that one. But YouTube, you know how it is. But this is another one right here. That's the Lickum joint right there he played. So I played a little sample of that. But it says, an Ohio police officer broke down in court as Afroman's 2022 strategic music video was played during the testimony in the lawsuit that brought Adams court sheriff Ayers. I see Manny with the skull right here. This is another one right here where... Yeah, I don't really want to play too much of this stuff, but yeah, as you can see, I do want to play if I can see her breaking down in court right here. Let me read through this. It says, on Tuesday, March 17th, the 51-year-old rapper testified that the song and music videos counted as freedom of speech. The Adams Court Sheriff's Department is suing Afroman for defamation and using their likeness in the video, in addition to the merchandise and social media posts. It says, they're suing me for their mistake, the rapper argued in court. Following Phillips' court appearance, Afroman defended the material in the Instagram post on Tuesday where there was their tears when she was standing in the yard with a loaded AR-15 ready to Swiss cheese me. Afroman began in the caption, wow. Let me see. I don't think you can play this, but that's her crying in court right there. That's an image of that joint. But again, I feel him on this one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it says, where was the tears when she was standing in my yard with a loaded AR-15 ready to Swiss cheese me? Where was the tears when she was disconnecting the camera system that was expensive pain in my ASS to install? It says 3. Where was these tears when the principal used to help my kids out the car and Lisa had the terrible conceding look on her face as if she smelled feces? 4. Look at the big bad AR-15 taunting. That's her right there real quick too, as you can see in the video. But I think that's the video they had like taunting her. It says, predator crying on the stand like a victim. She's the predator and the victim in the same time. 5. What is she crying about in the video? She's chasing me all over the Adams County in the middle of, yeah. So he went off. And to be fair, he kind of has a right to. So Afroman testified in Adams court trial, says his home was wrongly raided, right? And I kind of agree with him, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I get it, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't even know what to really, expect, especially if somebody coming up and you're not expecting to see this type of stuff. It says, Afroman testifies in Adams court trial, says his home was wrongly raided. The rapper used surveillance footage of his home being raided in 2022 in his Lemon Pound Cake music video, which we kind of just played a little snippet of it. I'm not going to play these music videos because, again, I don't know copyright, fair use, this, that, and the third, and you know how YouTube can get. Says the rapper and marijuana enthusiast Afroman has testified in a trial over the use of the raid surveillance footage in his 2022 Lemon Pound Cake music video. It says, according to the Cincinnati news outlet WCPO, Afroman, real name Joseph Freeman, took the stand on Tuesday, March 17th, to address why he used footage and taken security cameras that showed Ohio police conducting a raid in August 2022. The footage was also taunted in the Lemon Pound Cake song and Will You Help Me Repair My Door. All of this is their fault, the 51-year-old said. If they hadn't wrongfully raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names. They would not be on my home surveillance systems and would be no songs. My money would still be intact. So, I mean, to be honest, I got to rock with homie on this one. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of one of those, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if this is part of the footage right here. I think it's playing by default. I'm not going to play that one because I don't think that has anything to do with it. But it says, Afroman explained because of his security cameras were used and the authorities alleged broke his door, he was in the right to post the footage. They're suing me for their mistake, he claimed. That's another thing too. Imagine, right? You get sued by somebody who raided your home wrongfully, didn't find nothing, and just bounced. And you don't have the right to do nothing? You know what I'm saying? It says, I have the right to my freedom of speech, which I agree. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and do what I had to do to repair my damage to my brought to my house, he said. Afroman also posted the footage of his Instagram page, which showed the police breaking down the front door and blindsiding long rifles. The rapper claimed that the police entry caused significant damage and alleged that $400 was stolen, which was later returned by the Adams County Sheriff's. Afroman later sold merchandise using the officer's likeness, right? Okay, which I don't know if let's see if they have the pictures of the actual like stuff that he actually like sold for them, but I don't think he has that. I'm gonna think this is it right here. Oh, so he made the merch and the t-shirts like this and he was selling it to get his money back. I mean, I can't really knock him for that. I mean, at the end of the day, to each his own. I mean, he's got to get his stuff repaired, and this is how he eats. Again, I'm going to leave it right there. It says, a warrant was issued against Afroman for drug trafficking and kidnapping, although charges were not filed. In an investigation conducted by the Claremont County, it was discovered that the money wasn't stolen from the property, but miscounted. Let's see. Ohio deputies have alleged that Afroman's Lemon Pound Cake video and additional posts were to blame for the humiliation ritual, mental distress, embarrassment, and the loss of reputation. But I understand where Afroman is coming from. Like, had you guys not did what you did, would probably lead where would cause him not to do what he had to do, right? If we're gonna keep it 100. But it looks like Afroman scores a legal victory over the deputies in the defamation lawsuit and privacy lawsuit. Says the musician is prevailed in court after the sheriff deputies accused him of defamation and invasion of privacy tied to the footage from the I guess the controversial raid of his home. And we're gonna play this video right here if we can. Fair use, by the way. I think this actually was the stuff in court. See if we can play this little. I'm not gonna play the whole joint. I'm gonna play this because a little bit. Not
and
much.
The court
just
refines the instructions to account for the conduct of the tribe. So to the extent that they might have gotten the instructions very quickly this morning.
Fair use, by the way. Fair use. Fair use.
The refinements, the little tweaks along the way. That's what they're talking about. But I want to thank them because they did good work making it possible for me to get to the point where I can give these instructions to you. The court has the legal duty to prepare the instructions of law. You've heard the attorney's statements, arguments, you've heard the evidence from the witnesses. The court's duty is to instruct you on the law. And then you have a legal obligation to accept the instructions the way they're given to you.
Homie is a little long-winded. I'm going to see if I can read through this real quick. But it says, Afroman has scored a legal victory, right? I'm going to see if I can read through this joint because, I mean, no disrespect to the judge, but getting a little long-winded. Because Afroman has scored a legal victory over the deputies in his defamation and privacy lawsuit. According to the local station WCPO Channel 9 in Cincinnati, on Wednesday, a jury sided with the 51-year-old rapper in the lawsuit filed by 7 members of the Ohio Sheriff's Office. Afroman, whose real name is Joseph Eager Foreman, testified in the trial on Tuesday that the sheriff's deputy had claimed he used their likeness without permission in a music video and merchandise and made false statements about them from a raid on his home in 2022. The Because I Got High rapper said that he was in the right. Says victory for Afroman over the sheriff's deputy who sued him over the defamation and invasion of privacy through false light. In all circumstances, the judge found in favor of the defendant. No plaintiff victory prevailed, so the matter will be concluded with the defense verdict. So let's see if we can play this real quick. Fair use again. Just want to see if we get a little bit of audio on this one right here. This is off of X.
In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor of the defendant. No plaintiff verdict prevailed. So the matter will be concluded with defense verdicts. Thank you, Mr. Klingler. Thank you, Mr. Osborne. Thank you to the court staff and the Sheriff's Department for security in the building. And we'll go ahead and stand in adjournment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
You guys want to go on into the chair, or
Go ahead and relax, whatever it is you need.
I'll get your phone.
Yep. Have the jury go that way. Have them go back into their room.
If you guys don't mind to hang out in there for a little bit, I can get you, okay?
All right.
Yeah, so pretty much, I mean, to be honest, looks like he prevailed. They didn't find anything that they were trying to sue him against. And keep in mind, this was a civil suit, so if he would have lost, he probably had to pay money. Who's to say they won't, appeal this to a higher court, but we'll see how it goes. It says, in all circumstances, the jury found in favor of the defendant, which that's him. No plaintiff verdict prevailed, so the matter will be concluded with defense verdict, said the judge, Jonathan P. Haran, who was presiding over the Afroman's defamation trial in the Adams Court, Ohio, which I'm going to say this. It's really hard to prove, like, defamation in general, right? Everybody should know this at this point. You got to really, really be trying extremely hard and not really have that. But you do have the right to freedom of speech, and it's always a gray area if we're going to keep it real. It says on Tuesday, Randolph L. Waters Jr., deputy involved in Afroman's legal case, testified that the rapper's lyrics and videos caused him serious personal and emotional harm, particularly in claims involving his wife that he was says that are defamatory. It caused tremendous pain in my life, Wetter said when asked about the impact. When pressed on whether the claims portrayed him as the false light, he responded, yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Afroman's. Wow, I doubt that. Okay. Walters also claimed that being labeled negatively in Afroman's content, including being called a thief, was damaging in his reputation. And the Ohio deputy also became emotional in court while watching Afroman music video that mocked her, as testified continued in the case that tied to the 2022 raid of the rapper's home. The 51-year-old rapper testified in court that his song and music videos were protected by the freedom of speech. Adams Court Sheriff Deputy Department sued him for defamation and authorized use of the likeness of the video and merchandise. Not long after the verdict was announced Afroman's favor, he shared a video in a celebration of the legal victory. So I think this was it right here. Another fair use. I want to see if I can get this played on Insta or on YouTube. Let's see real quick. I think this is Instagram. We'll see real quick. I think we can play this. It's loading. Let's see. Let's see if we can get the audio.
In America, yeah, we did it. Freedom of speech, right on, right on, yeah. God bless America, yeah. Power to the people, yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey, he got a loyal fan base,
yeah,
bro.
we did it. Freedom of speech, right on.
Hey, I respect it. I respect it. Hey, nothing wrong with celebrating that. He says, we did it, America. God bless America. Land that I love. Freedom of the speech. He captioned in the clip. Yeah. So, I mean, pretty much he says this. He won a legal, explain the tears, drama, testified, cake, freedom of speech. Says, because I got high hitmaker celebrated the victory as the win of freedom of speech. We just played that video up on here. pretty much, I'm not going to go through this whole joint right here, but as you can see, these are other videos that we've seen already kind of covering that. And I feel like this is him kind of speaking on that. So I'll see if I can play this last little part of this from right here. This is what he recently posted, I think. See if we can get a little bit. Let's see. I don't know if this is actual music video. So I'm not going to play this because it's an actual music video. So, I mean, I haven't listened to Afroman in a long time. So this is additional tracks that followed the recent that this week, right? Okay, so I'm not going to play all that because, again, I don't want to get like flagged down. But see if we can play some of this. Let's see. That one's unavailable playback after websites has been disabled this video by the owner of YouTube. So, again, a lot of this he probably can't play. I don't want to play right here. So again, Adam shares office received a flood of social media comments, DMs, and phone calls about Afroman's defamation trial. It's clear that it is important to a lot of people. There's just a small issue that the ACSO in Ohio were also the ACSO in Colorado, different states name, right? Where we are real quick, Divine and Joe Jet salutes. I see you, Joe Jet. We haven't heard from you in a minute. Joe Jet says salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. I see you. So we're just covering this Afroman story real quick. Again, I'm going to say this. I'm going to make sure I cover everything. So Afroman pleads, plans to keep playing songs mocking the deputies who unsuccessfully sued him. I ain't even mad. I mean, I get it. It's kind of one of those, he was dealt wrong and he's going to work in his favor and do his job. So I get it. He's not even really tripping over the situation. But I mean, at the end of the day, he has a right to his freedom of speech. And hopefully he gets what is owed to him. Afroman comes out on top with the lawsuit declaring his victory as a win, freedom of speech, which it is. You know, if we're going to keep it 100, this is my thing, right? And I'm going to put myself back on the main screen because I'm about to get ready to wrap this joint up here because I want to get right at the hour mark on this one. But long story short, right? Let's just keep it 100. Just imagine somebody do you wrong, right? They accuse you of something, have no proof, pull up on you, break your stuff, take all your stuff, and then don't find nothing, and then just leave. And then you ask for your stuff back. You know, they miscount stuff. They this, that, and the third. Then this is the part, right? All right, cool. Well, it is what it is. Keep in mind, if I'm not mistaken, he tried to countersue them, but I don't think it stuck. But this is my thing. Just imagine, right? I'm going to run it back, and then we're going to wrap this joint up here right at the top of the hour. Just imagine, you do somebody accuse you of something, right? No proof, no nothing. Pull up. Find no proof, right? Then they break your stuff, damage your stuff, and then just bounce. You know what I'm saying? That's it. All right, so cool. I need to repair my stuff. No disrespect to Afroman. While he's got a loyal fan base and he's probably eating and he's surviving, but I mean, to be honest, you know, I'm not going to say what level I feel like he is on the level of like hip hop, but I mean, he's got what he's got was working from him, and that's eating. But at the same time, you get unexpected costs that knows caused by, like, things already happen already on their own in your home. Then somebody else calls them and they're not going to pay for the damages. The thing is, this could have been avoided. The state should have paid for this off rip. Hey, like, we were wrong. Boom, boom, boom. Pay for your stuff. But obviously they were probably giving him the runaround. And then he did what he did best. He made music about it. People paid attention. He sold merch about it. Boom, to repair his stuff. I mean, to be honest, that's what he does for a living. You picked on somebody who is a creator, right? That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Devon says, salutes to Manny. Appreciate that, always. But I mean, to be honest, I can't really say I'm knocking homie for that one. You know what I'm saying? So right now, it's prevailed, but I have a feeling I wouldn't be surprised if these people don't let up and do another lawsuit. But it's a civil lawsuit, and it's a money thing. So hopefully it's done with it and it's over with, but who knows with how things are set now, man. But other than that, I've been on this joint for like an hour. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for the night, man. You know how my Mondays get. Definitely long days. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. Devon says, stop raiding people's places without a warrant. This is my thing. I think they had it, but this is a thing, right? They had probable cause, so I don't think they necessarily had a warrant, but this is a thing. They didn't find what they were accusing him of. It's just like somebody, it's no different than you getting pulled over. Police say, hey, I smell XYZ. They don't find nothing, but they break your goddamn car door and knock out your window. Now what? You know what I'm saying? What is he going to do? To get it repaired, he's going to make music this, and the third. So, I mean, it could happen to anybody at the end of the day, man. And that freaking sucks. I hate to even know that he had to even go through that. Think about this. It doubles back what I think about the legal system. Keep in mind, we're in 2026. Just not going to trial. This happened back in 2022. You know what I'm saying? Legal system doesn't move fast, guys. That's what I want to get from that one right there, man. But other than that, I've been on the joint for like an hour and 1 minute. Let's wrap things up for the night. Pretty much, we covered several different stories. We did an update on Mystikal. Looks like he's pled guilty to the R case. We'll see how that works out for him. If we get an update, we'll see how it goes. Looks like the first ever like Fed streaming fraud case. Looks like that person was convicted. So we'll see how that goes. Right now, they're out on bond, but looks like they may have to do some time. I want to say we've seen like roughly a little over 4 years as being the maximum, but I'm assuming good behavior, keep a low profile. It could be a lot less than that. And then we covered the Afroman legal win over the Deputies, where they kicked in their home because they're accusing them of all these things that, they had no proof of. And that just come with the game. But other than that, man, been on the joint for like an hour and 2 minutes. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. Y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already. Of course, my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional Tron Halls, y'all know we have Music Monday, which is today. I'll be back live on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Until then, smash the like button, sub up. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Sign up for the Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the comment section. It is free to sign up. Or, of course, we can continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out of time, y'all know we're most likely talking about it in there. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday, and I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? So many nights, my heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm all in now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? So many nights, my heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember.